Hey guys, my name is Zediac and welcome back to another episode of FoolTopia here in Cities Skylines. Guys, last episode we built that brand new little train yard. Well, it's kind of like a train yard. It was more where pretty much a load of train tracks pass through a train terminal. Which really set up the area. We really now started to grow it, and so many people and tourists kind of use this junction, which switches over from the train to the monorail, which will eventually switch over to the metro when we finally get it in. Wait, no, I say we finally get it in. We did get one in, but not the one in question. We got to create a secondary loop, which is pretty good. We might do that today, but what I do want to focus on today is adding in that third university into FoolTopia. We have the normal university, we recently added in the trade school university, and all that's left to add in right now is the liberal arts university, because the city is begging for more higher education. And we're going to get that in today. So if you enjoy this episode, guys, and are enjoying FoolTopia and watching it fully expand to its maximum, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you are new here, make sure you subscribe so you're notified when that next episode comes out right now. So what we're going to do then, guys, is we're going to first have to kind of find a really sweet location for our university. But before we do, this is currently our subway line. Where is it? There we go. That runs through. That's the station there where we need to create a secondary one that kind of loops around here. That might even kind of be connected to this one before it then turns off. Who knows? We'll just kind of see how it rock and rolls. We just never know how it's going to go down. That's kind of how it is. So, I mean, we'll create something beautiful, guys. We'll create something beautiful. But I feel like I need to fill up this area a little bit more before I even go down that route. Now, there's a couple of hot spots in which I can place down the university. We have the one over here, the FoolTopia Bay University, which kills it in the tuition fees right now. And this is our education level. So if I go to it right now, elementary, high school, we literally don't have the capacity for any of it, but university is the big boy, the shocking one that we need to kind of focus on. Then we'll kind of get all the rest of the schools, you know, up and running. So I did think I'd put it over here, but nah, it's only really for this kind of region. I'm trying to think of like a big circle around it. If I did it up here, a big circle around here, which also overlaps this one. I thought, nah, it's a bit too close. I thought about doing it here, but there's not really much going to go on over there because it's like Lafayette, the little city middle of the desert. And I thought, why don't I just stick it on this corner piece here? It'd be a nice radius around here, a little bit of Lafayette, and then eventually when I progress up this peninsula or this little kind of section there, then it will cover all of it too, which should be pretty good. In terms of public transport, we have the monorail stop there, which is handy. We've got a subway stop just there, which we're going to have to integrate some way, shape or form within this. So I assume there would be some other subway stops over here, which you've got to get kind of up and running. But yeah, I think the secondary loop might kind of... There might be a couple of loops. There might be like a loop that comes off down here that way around. And then a loop that kind of comes round here and goes down. Yeah, I think that's what I might do. But this is the area that I want to kind of work with anyway. So it should be pretty sweet. Again, it's right near a junction too. So if you're traveling by car, it's really easy to get to. So I think what I'll do first then is just key wall the edge of this and kind of finalize and finish it all up. If I put it into pool modes right now, and let me make the brush size a bit bigger. We're kind of just smoothing this off and try and bring it out, not as much as possible. Oh, that's a bit too big. But just to take the little bit of an edge off it. I can't do too much because that's where there's a certain type of fish that we want to try and keep. And with the anarchy enabled, I think what we'll do is we'll go up by another 10. Cut literally across by 110. And then come down here by 40. There we go. We're going to create a literal square. Do you reckon that's too much for a square? Probably. And then what we'll do then, we'll delete, 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 delete to create a nice little bend. So 24 by 24. Wow, that was somewhat perfect. So do the same here. There we go. So come up here. 25 by 30. We'll just go with that. So at least we got a nice little bend and it all kind of like fits in together quite nicely. Now this side here elevates quite high, but it's going to because it's going to be kind of affected by the height of that, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. So what I'm going to do is we'll select all those little key walls there and we'll level them off at the same height as that one. There we go. That's looking nice. And then we'll terraform the land real quick. Our brush size is way too big. Up to the edges here so we can get it all nice. Oh, that's the wrong one. Smoothen the underground water bit here so it all creates a nice little puddle in a way. And then smoothen this edging off here. So it looks like the landscape is a little bit more natural. Or just flows a little bit more into the area. So let's go to play mode then, because obviously that's going to cause some issues as we come back into it. But what it does then, it kind of just adds the finishing touches to, you know, where the land is around where I want to build the university. So what I'll do then is, while the water kind of floods and just sorts itself out for just a moment, we're going to come off this little junction here. And this will be the entry point into the university. And what we'll do is we'll try and integrate the car parks into it as well, because I love using these car parks quite recently. You can create some really good stuff off it. So if I come up, let's go by 10. Nah, it's not going to work like that. I think what I'll do is I'll create 20. Let's go by 10 and straight down. We'll create 2 little parking lots just off here instead. So if I upgrade this little strip there and that little strip here, and then we'll have like the main building just there. I think that's how we're going to work it. So let me just get down the car park. Oh, that's actually a little bit too big. I don't think we'll even ever fill that space. Now we'll roll with it. We'll see what we can come up with. Let me just pause for a second then. So I'm trying to get as much as this in as possible. So one there, one there, one there, one there. Just do the same real quick over here. Squeeze in as best as I can. And then we'll add in the disabled parking here and here. And then we'll do the EV parking on the opposite side. And we'll leave that little center bit quite like empty there. So it looks pretty good. It looks slightly wonky, but when you change angle, it's perfectly fine. So let's now paint the school campus area. So we'll go down to here. So in the comment section right now, guys, give me some name suggestions to what we should call this liberal arts university. I'll go up to there. I don't exactly know how far I'm going to be taking it, but we'll just go up to there anyway. So yeah, give me some name suggestions. We've got the University of FoolTopia. That's the one just over there. We got the FoolTopia Bay University. It's in that Bay area. So let me know what you think I should be calling this one. I have no inspiration, but you guys, I bet you guys are going to have something really cool to kind of come up with. So that is the main campus building there. And there we go. And then we're going to come and use this and go in many different ways. So we'll kind of like stretch it up to begin with anyway. Go up to there. And then we'll kind of come down in the middle. And then bring this down to here. I might as well just take it right to the edge. There we go. We'll then create a crossing. It's, you know, it's shocking doing the crossing by Anarchy with this kind of path stuff. There we go. It's easy to do with the, you know, the other version of the path stuff. If that makes sense. We'll bring the path up to there, so it's quite a solid one. Even though they can cross over or go down here with this, I'm still going to add this in. We'll create a connection just there and there. Oh, it's not even touching, boys. It's not even touching right now. Oh, can I undo? No, oh, snap. I've deleted the freaking car park. Right, was it this one? No, Seniac, it wasn't. There we go. So at least I didn't mess that up too bad then. Oh my good God. Right, get that right down to there. I think it's because I'm trying to connect it to a car park. Right, so, oh, I've done it again. Boy, you need to calm down. You need to calm down right now. Right, let's get back to the path then. So, why don't I... Okay, it works like that, and I think that's where we should kind of go with it. Now, if I can find some parallel... Okay, so the parallel path is like that. If I come out by 20... So that is creating the... I mean, it looks a little bit wonky and whatnot, but that's parallel to the key wall, and as the highway bends, it's better... Well, it's a little bit more simpler not to go parallel with that one. So if I come down to here, let me just kind of delete some of this. There we go. So if I get to there, and what we'll do, we'll create a nice little bend, an 8x8 bend. I mean, I could try to, but... Oh, no, wrong one. There we go. 8x8. And then that can cut in. Glorious. So we'll bring this down to here. And I'll bring that up to... there and there. And then we'll try and create... Oh, snap. I was going to say, we'll try and create something, but that's just going to mess it all up, isn't it? Alright, take that off. So 4x4. Delete that there. And then that will be a 5x5. Where did that one go? Okay, it looks like I didn't want it anyway. I didn't want to bend it like that anyway, boys, so who cares? Who cares? Right, we'll go with that with a nice little layout then, because we have got quite a few buildings. I mean, it will change as we now start to place the buildings down. But I always like to go with the really big buildings to begin with. Just so we know what space we've got, what we're working with, and all that kind of stuff. So if I place this one directly there right now. There we go. Nice big building, nice big round building. Looks pretty good. So it's got itself the Brerewood Institute of Humanities. That's a mouthful of a name, isn't it? Right, this next one. Where can I squeeze this in? So let's place that one there. And this one's quite large and long in itself as well. I feel like I'm going to move this one. Because that could fit in just there. Quite dominantly large buildings. And this one here will go wonderfully just there. So they're the big buildings that we kind of have to deal with. So once they're in, everything else should be just fine for us. So the liberal arts dormitory. We need to get a couple of these in because it really bulks up the amount of students we can have within the school. So if I just kind of do a nice little strip going down here. So if I do a little space there for the path. Bam, bam. And then run that through to there. Run that through to there. Just going to create some decent connections. So it's, making the area very walkable. So there's a load of dormitories there to begin with. And initially it puts our capacity at... Let me go play mode. Will we find out? Will we, won't we? 4,500. Wow, that's already a high capacity. So we'll add a few more dormitories in anyway. Because that's what we do, boys. And place one there, and then we can then start to bend them around the edges as I push them all up. So a nice big row of dormitories that kind of act as the barrier, as the entry to our university, which is sweet. I'm going to make sure I disable all the parking around here so they really maximize those car parks that we've just added in. And where are we at now then? So now we've got the Liberal Arts Study Hall. So let's get that kind of central just there, which will be quite nice. We have the groundskeeping building, which we'll squeeze in just here. We then have the drama club for all those drama students. And then we've got the outdoor study area, which is actually quite a large thing to place in, which I'll squeeze very at the end there. The gymnasium. We'll squeeze just here. We have the cafeteria, which we'll get in just there. We have the fountain, which I'm going to try and place it there. How does it look? Can we get away with something like that? Yes and no. If there's anything smaller, I'll maybe switch it out, but we'll just go with that for now. So what's this next one then? The library. There we go. So if I squeeze the library in just here, we have the art club just there. We have the commencement office, which where they do their graduation. So I need a nice little spot for that. How does that look there? Yes, mate. Starting to really build this up right now. This is looking good. This is looking really good. So then we have the other statue, which, see, that fits in better. But if I use the move it tool right now to just do a little bit of magic. Right, the auditorium. Just there. We've got the laboratories. Ooh, fancy. We then have the bookstore. How many buildings are there to this university? We have the media lab, which we'll squeeze in just here. We have the dance club, which we'll place in just here. And then finally we have the academic statue, which we'll place just there. So that really does bulk it up. I feel like I need to place down some more dormitories. So going back to the beginning, if I continue my row of dormitories kind of leading up, not only did it provide us a really big capacity, but it really fits in with that nice little L shape for losers. I'm just joking, not losers, because, you know, they're getting educated. So at the end of the day, who is the real loser when they've got these high-paying drama jobs? This could actually lead the way to creating a bunch of actors for a movie industry in FoolTopia. Who knows? Who knows? So it's going to need all water and stuff, because we have none of that in over here right now. Over to there. Over to there. It should all naturally be connected for power. Yeah, that's all good. And while we still got it paused for just a moment, why don't we drop then a bunch of these beautiful trees that I like doing to fill up the many areas around here. Because it is a slight little highway here that we kind of want to deafen out. And then we get all the little, other types of different trees to create some more greenery. And then we'll go for a couple of bushes to fit in all the little nooks and crannies. There we go. Okay, sweet, sweet, sweet. So, with that now added in, we can then potentially get so many more people educated. Which, this is going to have a really high capacity. 10,400. And that's not saying I've got the capacity of 10,400 in terms of the education right now, boys. But it definitely pushes it up. So we're now in the moderate orange where, it's all looking good. So this itself is going to gain a lot of traction in terms of students, but it doesn't quite have that sport kind of aspect of it just yet. So like how we've got the over here the American football stadium, and over here we have the other American football stadium. We need to add one over here because even though I could do different types of sports, I want the three universities competing against each other, which I think is pretty cool. So we need to add in. See, I haven't even got any of this stuff in just yet. But the sports anyway, the American football stadium, there we go. It needs to go along a roadside, which would be perfect to be... Oh, see, I can't squeeze it in over there. I thought it would have been perfect to go over on that side. See, even there is a little bit too big. So we're going to have to kind of place it over on the opposite side of the highway. Which is a shame, really. It is. Or maybe we break the mold and we don't have the liberal arts American football. Maybe we have them a little bit something like a little bit more of a classical sport, like aquatics or track and field. Because aquatics will fit in, but it'll have to go over here. So if I place the aquatics in just here, and if I incorporated it within our little university area, I know it makes no difference. There we go. The aquatic centre's now in, boys. And we need to make sure that we get rid of all the parking around these areas. So, oh no, that's vehicle restrictions. Parking, right. Pause a sec and let's kind of slowly start to ban all the parking down this road. You get a few cars starting to fill up over there. It will take quite a lot. Just keep going with the bans. As far down as... Oh my god, I've created flooding over here. Oh my good god, the whole fishing industry is going to be flooded. That's not good. Right, hold on guys, hold on. Keep banning these anyway. Right, they can't park over here, so it's all okay. So it doesn't push a lot over here, if any. But then again, we haven't got the students all coming in just yet. Oh dear God, we're flooding it for days right now. We're flooding it for days. And now we're just waiting for the students to slowly start arriving. So we got the expenses of 20,000 right now. The students are slowly creeping in, and while the students are slowly creeping in, our tuition fees is slowly going up. So as time progresses and more and more people, you know, enroll in this university, hopefully they will go over that. If they don't, and we find out that they're here's the Spartans right now, the aerobics. Yeah, if they don't, then we'd have to remove some of our student accommodation because we've got more than we kind of need at the moment. Let's just throw it out there. We've got quite a bit, haven't we? We really, really have. But it kind of adds to the area. Wow. Where's all the water gun for the fishing area? Guys, can I have my water back, please? I've caused a monstrosity. What have I done? Oh, we've got some traffic over here. That's all trying to get out over here, isn't it? Let me sort out this real quick. So, that's the basics that it kind of comes up with, but if I did it like this, where that is that way, and then that is the one that turns this way, that'll change their directions, and that will be more free-flowing to go over. Man, we might need to spend an episode doing some traffic management in FoolTopia, to be honest with you. Right, this water's slowly coming back then as it slowly sorts itself out. We're up to 8,000 now in the tuition fees, so we are slowly getting there. We should do some academic work. So let me give them all the... let's go for music. There we go. Give them the grant money. And we can slowly start, you know, leveling this up. But we really have now started to provide, wow, I better say expenses, 36,000. That's because we just give a 20 grand grant. That's why that money went up so quick. Oh, we got some train jams? We might have some train jams. Yeah, I kind of changed some of this. So why don't we play around with the train tracks? Where's that? There's a I think I've really caused some backlogs now with the trains. What's it like underground? Oh, dearie me. I have definitely caused some train jams. It's because they connect underground here. Right, get rid of that. That will stop that little issue of them trying to merge in. But where are they getting... Oh my goodness me, guys. We've got train jams for days. The next one just happens here. So I need to sort these out because we've got so many lines there and they're all going to kind of merge into one. I can then have that in a separate line. So we definitely got to do some work on the train situations right now, which is okay. We'll slowly get there. We've got a little bit of a water puddle there, which is hilarious. Do we see any of our toga party goers? Oh, I didn't realise this was on a slope. That's quite nice. I like this little car park. It does look pretty good. Right, any toga party goers, guys? I don't think any of the students have... Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got a couple. Toga party goer. There we go. They're still partying. They're always partying, boys. They're always partying. Yeah, so tuition fees are slowly ramping up, and we'll eventually get there. We might start seeing this then used quite heavily, this monorail station, as they all get off and go to their schools. And even going over here, I think there's a aquatics event happening very, very soon. But now we've got this over here, and it's going to be an abundance of students. We can then build up this with some commercial because they'll be dying to do some shopping. So the liberal arts is perfect for this eco-friendly, local produce region. It's a different breed of human, which is pretty cool. So I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, please smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.